Dear Diary, as soon as I walked into the Coliseum, I ran into Potluck, who was talking to himself. How embarrassing. He must have thought so too, because he wanted to fight me. I tried to tell him it was normal to talk to yourself, especially when you're deep in thought. Lots of people do it. But he wouldn't listen to a word I said and insisted on murdering me. So I was forced to rip his head off. Well, heads. He had two. Look, I didn't want to do it, but if he's gonna come at me all aggressive and summon magma out of the earth, I gotta defend myself. You can't expect me to just get killed. And then he threw a huge hissy fit, and the next thing I knew, we were in the sky on pieces of the Coliseum, and I was blowing holes in his last face. And then he made me drop my lollipop, and I had had enough of the abuse. So I grabbed his tail, turned my hair into a demon bird, and kicked his ass. I don't think I was in the wrong here, Diary. He got what was coming to him. After falling through the sky, I landed in a completely different area than where I had lifted off. Now I was in some super secret magical valley the sages and witches use for parties and PTA meetings, on a very unstable bridge. Can I touch anything without it crumbling? And then who the fuck do I meet all the way out here in the boonies? Fucking Luca. Still trying to prove my existence with pictures. And then things got a little weird with a lipstick. And then it got a little sexy with the hand butt brushes. But then Fearless showed up and cock-blocked me. Those angels do not believe in fun times. But then I got to turn a huge wheel, make it nighttime, and fly through the air while pummeling angels with my body. So that kinda made up for it. Then I ran up a wall while Justice Stingrays flew at me. And then I also ran up a stone bridge while a flying Jesus snake also flew at me. Dari, this game is a lot of running up stuff while other stuff flies at you. And then the bridge started to crumble. What a shocker! All the bridges I walk on are destined to be broken. Just like my dreams, apparently. At the top of the tower, I learned the Jesus snake did not like to party. So my demon bird ate him because I do like to party. Know what else I like, Diary? To be able to walk across a bridge and not have it shatter into a million pieces. Thanks a lot, Noodle Arms. Way to spice up my day with something new. And if the rain and wind and broken bridges weren't already making me feel gloomy, Jean was here to finish the job. What was this bitch's problem anyway? Sure, we fought over the crown a billion years ago. You want to be queen? Go ahead. Everyone is dead. Be the leader of a bunch of dead people. That sounds like an aspiring goal to me. But she suddenly stopped mid-fight, turned into a bird, and flew away. One bright side of Jean showing up and showing out is that when I encounter her, I always seem to learn a new trick. This time I figured out how to turn into a panther, which was fucking sweet because I'm a goddamn panther. What's not to love? I slinked my way through more ruins, deciding to catch up with the little girl I had seen earlier in the church. The voices in my head said in order to save myself, I had to save her. So there I was, riding a Jesus snake, unleashing the power of, well, I'm just gonna say it, Diary. The power of my pink taco. You know, my juice box, hippo's yawn, baby cannon, bearded oyster, meat wallet, snatch, honey pot, beef curtains, cave of wonders, penis flytrap, tampon tunnel, cock socket, bang hole, pooter, whisker biscuit, smush mitten, fur burger, hot pocket, pink fortress, clit crate, beaver, hoo-ha, vertical smile, my vagina diary. Whenever I open my legs, shit gets done. Throw your hands up for pussy power. It takes forever to catch up with the little girl, which doesn't make any sense because she has the slowest, stubbiest legs ever, and I can turn into a panther. But then again, all the bridges keep breaking. I finally find her in a room surrounded by angels, and I can't tell if they wanted to protect her or eat her. Neither would surprise me because I have been getting some pretty mixed messages from heaven. So to be on the safe side, I just killed all of them. However, I immediately regretted it because now the little girl, named Cereza, insisted that I was her mother, when I begged to differ. Cereza gave me no useful information either. I still had no clue who she was or where she even came from. But I guess the least I could do was help her get out of Bad Bridge Alley. But that turned out to be my second biggest mistake for 2 reasons. Reason 1. I hate it when a character has to follow you around in a video game. It's the absolute worst. They are always super duper slow, they get hung up on corners and you lose them, and they can't protect themselves and you have to do it for them. Reason 2. I just straight up hate children. So the fact that these 2 things were combined made me less than thrilled. But whatever, game, we'll do whatever you want. Well, this looks safe. So now it was my job to protect Cereza from the encroaching angels and generally keep up with her. I thought I was actually doing an okay job, but I'll admit some areas needed work. Don't mind me while I shoot 2 guns right next to your head. You don't need any hearing. Music's overrated anyway. Relax! While Big Babyface puts you in his fake mouth and I send my hairy dragon to attack him while he's still holding you. But don't worry, after you fall 4 stories, my creepy angelic twin will catch you and kidnap you, but I'll give you the old wink to let you know what's up. Then we'll have an extremely confusing fight. Did I say fight? I meant dance-off. I've never been in a situation where I've met someone who was the mirror image of myself, but I don't think dancing is the answer. It's probably the last thing I would think of, to be honest. Turns out though, I'm a dancing machine, and imposter Bayonetta couldn't keep up. After that, she exposed herself to being the deviant angel of joy, but her name could have just been Orgasm and I think it would have all been the same. Ironically, Joy did not take delight in a bit of bondage play. In fact, she died. Which enabled me to go through a portal that put me on the path of Isla del Sol. You heard right, Diary. Isla del Sol, which is a fucking island. Guess how you get to islands, Diary? You have to cross a 26-mile bridge to get to them. And considering my past luck with bridges, I hope I can fucking swim. With that in mind, there was no way I was going to be able to take my child tag-along, so I handed her off to Luca and basically told him to deal. He was upset, but not as upset as I'm going to be when I have to doggy paddle my way through angel sharks. Until next time, your friend, Brittany Saturn.
Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say